Welcome back to the New York Stock Exchange. This is theCUBE plus NYSE Wired's Physical and AI Robotics series. My name is Dave Vellante and Shahan Ohanessian is here. He's the Chief Executive Officer and founder of VenHub, a company that does fully autonomous AI-powered smart stores. We're going to learn about that. Shahan, thanks for coming on. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. This is amazing.
I love founder. I've always been a co-founder. I was saying, I need that other sort of help with my right side of my brain, but founder means you have like full responsibility. It's all on you. You can't blame your co-founder, right? It's like doubles tennis, it's singles versus singles tennis. Why did you start VenHub?
So for many years we've been involved in the Amazon ecosphere, me and my teammates and a lot of the leaders in the company. So we noticed that Amazon Just Walk Out or Amazon Go stores, and that wasn't getting the traction that I expected it to have. So I came back to my team and I had 8 pillars to share with my team and said, look, we've got smartphones, we've got smart cars, we've got smart homes, but we don't have smart retail. And they said, what do you have in mind? So I gave them the 8 pillars of what I want for a smart retail to look like. It was highest customer service, consistent service, no employees, fully robotic, open 24 hours a day, easy to open up, low cost of entry, high profit margins in every vertical possible in retail. And my team looked at me and said, I think you're fantasizing, this has never been happened before, so we can't be doing this. And I said, great, this is our day one, let's start. And that journey started in 2021.
So you said you observed that Amazon Go stores weren't getting the traction, and you're obviously reinventing retail with automation. What was the core problem, do you think? Well, you observed it, but what do you think the root cause was, and how are you affecting that?
I think we can always speak about what our customers are saying to us. They love the fact that they don't have to park their vehicle, they don't have to walk down the aisles, they don't have to go ahead and basically all these other solutions they're coming up with, the only thing they're avoiding is avoiding the cashiers. So most of the locations have cashierless locations, so that's really not resolving any of those issues. So as a store owner, there's a shrinkage where people are picking up items without paying for them. Those other solutions are not fixing them. Customer service is not highest because you have to go to a lock store and wait for somebody to open up some box so you can pick up your shaving lotion or shaving cream or something. Where on VenHub, because it's a fully robotic, bulletproof glass, steel frame stores, customers don't walk in, they use their app, order whatever they want. By the time they get there, the products are ready for them to pick up, and they just exit from the store and they're happy, and and then it's a consistent delivery, whether it's 2 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the same consistent deliveries.
Amazing. I remember years ago when I would travel to Japan, you could get pretty much anything you wanted out of a vending machine. I was in Nashville last weekend, and I was at a bar. I said to my wife, where was the last time you saw one of those? It was a cigarette vending machine. I didn't know they had them anymore. So you've gone from sort of cigarettes and coffee and snacks to now these fully autonomous smart systems. Is this a new retail category?
We're redefining retail. So we're a tech company that's redefining retail. Retail has been suffering. We hear it from our customers, we hear it from the past experiences, we hear it from stock analysts where there's a huge shrinkage, theft, overtime, labor costs, rent costs, being able to cover shifts, not being able to open 24 hours a day. We're hitting all these points by one single store, and because of the stores are fully autonomous stores, so the real estate space is not being wasted by hallways, walkways, bathrooms, doors, exits, cashiers. It's fully utilized for product inventory. So because the real estate is so expensive, we're utilizing every inch of the store to maximize the real estate or to maximize the inventory management for the stores.
So it's like retail meets infrastructure meets AI robotics, right? I mean, what are you guys? I guess it doesn't matter. Are you a retailer? Are you a robotics company? Are you an AI company? I guess they're all of the above.
We're tech retail. So we're reinventing that solution we're fixing a lot of the problems that retail is facing it by providing this fully autonomous retail with tech, AI behind it. In the past, you didn't know if product A is selling or product B is selling. You had to wait for a while. Well, today, our stores will tell you, please don't get me product A because it's not selling, get me product B. Our stores will tell you, last January, I sold more diet yogurt than any other product. Make sure I can get more extra diet yogurt because it's January is coming up.
Yeah.
It'll know the temperature next week is going to be warm. So it'll just tell you, give me more water versus XYZ. And it'll know the weather is getting cold. It'll tell you, get me more cold weather products instead of hot weather product. It'll know when it's about to rain. The awnings will open up. It'll know when it's sunny. The awnings will cover the consumers to make sure the consumers has the highest experience possible.
There's a fully intelligent experience versus, people have tried to automate certain aspects of retail before, but you're talking about a complete robotic, intelligent experience, aren't you?
Exactly what we're doing. And
Amazing.
we're tackling the convenience stores first, but coming from the Amazon ecosphere, Amazon became the store of everything in 17 short years. So our goal is within the next 10 years we'll become the store of everything, whether it's retail, whether it's convenience, whether it's pharmacies, smart lockers. Smart cities are requiring smart stores to exist. So we're reinventing all these categories and coming up with solutions. Our first solution is the fixed store solution. Then we're evolving into a mobile solution, which will be coming up. There are a lot of venues, concerts, sports events are looking for these type of solutions. And then ultimately, our third solutions will be coming up to going to an existing retail store, scanning through our machine learning, learning the store within 48 hours to 72 hours, and being able to convert the existing retail to a fully autonomous retail without a huge infrastructure change.
I want to get into the tech, and I guess before we do, let's talk about the economics. You mentioned shrinkage before. Every time you hear an earnings call of one of the big retailers, they talk about shrinkage and what a problem that is, and how they're working on trying to resolve it. So that's a problem that you attack. You're also 24/7. Sometimes you walk into a convenience store at night, and it's a little sketchy. You're solving that problem. So what do the economics look like? Take us through the business case, the ROI. It's obviously CapEx heavy up front, but the return's got to be enormous. Take us through the economics.
So technically it's CapEx light too.
It is.
Yeah, and the reason is the stores are selling for about $250,000 to $300,000. If you had to open up a typical convenience store, 1,500 square feet, it's going to cost you well over $1 million. It's going to take you almost 2 years between permits, construction. Our stores can be installed and placed within 7 days. The grand opening happens within 7 days. So it's not only CapEx light, but time X light also.
Okay. Okay, so you can get to a higher benefit, equal a higher benefit, because you don't have the shrinkage problem, you don't have the labor, as much labor cost, and your CapEx are lighter. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, there's actually no labor cost. So we have two robots. Their names are Barb and Peter. So Barb and Peter.
Can I rename them?
Yeah. So Barb and Peter they're open 24/7. We're monitoring Barb and Peter and make sure they're behaving properly. So if Peter doesn't behave properly, we'll ask Peter to reboot himself. We'll ask Barb to take over the store. Peter comes back and behaves normally, and then we'll just put Peter back on the team again. If not, Barb can take over. We'll send a rescue team to go in just like a Formula One, pick up Peter and put a new Peter in there, so the store will not be affected, and the customer will never have a bad experience.
So you've got redundant Barb and Peters, okay, and then you can actually manage them remotely, and then in the case that you can't solve it remotely, you do a mini truck roll, swap out, you hot swap Barb or Peter, and then you're up and running.
Correct. We have redundant delivery windows, redundant communication system. We have also not only the 5Gs, but we also have a 4G in case of a disaster happens and the 5Gs are down. 4G picks it up. It's not a heavy load on the communication. So pretty much everything in the store is redundant, and therefore, no matter whatever the situation is, the customer will always get served. That's always been our DNA, is serve the customer, make sure the experience is as high as possible, and our customer obsession is always there.
So your TAM, I can't even imagine. The TAM is every convenience store, every gas station, right? That's just the starting point. How do you think about the the TAM? I guess if I'm an investor, I'm just like, it's so big, I don't worry about it, but have you, I'm sure you have, how do you think through that total available market?
So just the convenience store is a huge market.
Massive, and like I say, throw in every gas station now has a convenience store and they're printing money.
Correct.
So.
And literally in the convenience store, that's the only vertical in the gas stations making money. The rest of it is just breaking even. Right. So imagine that if somebody took an older gas station and wanted to remodel their existing gas station, they have to be down for 6 to 12 months, if not longer. It's going to cost over $1 million of construction. So imagine us going in there, taking 3 parking spots and getting it installed within 7 days or less, no interruption of business, and the store can become now fully autonomous. The store owner can go in, sit on the beach, sit at home, enjoy their family, and still run the store 24/7, being able to run it from an iPad or an iPhone. So that market is a huge market, but we've had discussions with pharmacies, healthcare stores, large retailers, boutique retailers who don't have an issue. They have a huge issue with security, where we can give them this bulletproof glass, steel frame. No one is getting in there, and also we have an age verification, ID verification, so we know who our customers are. So then there allows us a lot more verticals to go into.
Wow, so in theory, could you actually go do liquor stores?
Yeah.
In theory, right? I mean,
yeah.
You deal with the what's the regulation like?
As long as the store's got its permit. I was involved in early stages in the Amazon alcohol delivery, so we know all the compliances. I was involved in multiple different healthcare deliveries, so I know all the HIPAA compliances. We're prepared for it. We have the muscle for it. We have an incredible team that has been grown for this specific industry. So we know what those requirements are. Our systems, our apps have all the ID verification, age verification, anything that is age verification or anything ID verification sensitive product, we can dispense it. We're right now not dispensing it as of yet, but we'll get there. And the reason is because we're also growing our business. The demand has been nothing but incredible. We never even expected it to have this much demand, but it's probably 100x what we expected our projections to be.
Shahan, where's the demand coming from? Is it coming from existing sort of legacy retail stores that want to modernize? Is it coming from folks with ideas that want to disrupt the existing infrastructure? Both? Can you sort of break that down for us?
Great question, and we're always trying to put our fingers on it, but if I show you the map of the US, it covers the entire US. If I put a dot on every other pre-order, it'll cover all of the US.
Better than my cell phone.
Right. So, but it also is coming in for example, LAX. They open up a new facility and they wanted to have a modern store. So that's a place there. We have a Union Station the metro stations in Los Angeles, I think is one of the second largest stations. They want to have a store that's available 24 hours a day for their travelers. We have Hollywood Bowl that's next to the Hollywood Bowl. We have doctors who have wanting to have a passive income. We have people who have a parking lot because all we need is 3 parking spaces. They have no use case for it, so they're putting it in there. We have communities in East Texas, small 500 population of 500 people. They don't have a convenience store. They have to drive an hour and a half. They want to have their own stores as a community that they're getting together. We have moms in an affluent neighborhood in Connecticut. They don't want the kids to leave the gated communities. They want to have a convenience store for their kids to have a safety and security. We have here in New York on 5th Avenue, one of the busiest stores. They don't want to have any more shrinkage. They don't want any more crime. Those are also our customers. So it ranges from a whole bunch of different demographics. And I wish I can point you one finger to this position, but
amazing.
It's.
What do I need to get started? I just need space and permitting and an idea?
Space and permitting is one of the things you need to start with. Luckily, permitting a lot of the cities, because we don't have people walking into the store, they're providing us with over-the-counter permit, like a vending store convenience or vending machine convenience permit. So because there's no humans walking in there, so you can pretty much get a permit over the counter depending on the municipality. Yours is it's just a matter, we'll give you a menu of products being sold, and you can pick and choose what products you want to sell in your store. Providing once your turn comes up, because the queue is so long on the pre-orders, once your turn comes up, make sure you have the space. We get it installed and delivered. So from hello to our grand opening in 7 days when the store is open.
And so, that's unbelievable. And so you're sourcing the products as well, so I can actually create my business through your portfolio of products. I can say, okay, I want to be in this industry, whatever, cosmetics. I want these products. I got an idea for some new products that I want to bring in. Maybe I pitch you on those. Is that how it kind of flows?
That's how it flows. Like, for example, LAX, they wanted to have their own merch. We had never sold LAX merch before. So we built an LAX merch for them, and we put it into our machine learning AI system, learned it. Barb and Peter recognize it now, and when you order something like a cup from an LAX, at the Union Station, they wanted a Metro products, Metro cups. We put it in there, learned it, and now it's delivering it to the customers.
Talk about the tech behind it. I'm interested in the architecture, the data model. What's under the hood that you can share?
So we own the entire tech. We've built it from scratch.
Vertically integrated.
Yeah. So we don't have any piggyback riding on something else's systems. Obviously, the credit card transactions are done by a third party. We don't want to touch that. But the software itself, the firmware, we manage it, we control, we created it. So we can really make the robots dance, or we can make the robots do whatever that needs to be done. We understood from day one and through our 20 plus years of experience in the Amazon ecosphere, delivery, logistical world, that from day one we had to own our own tech so we can control our own destiny, and no one else is controlling our own destiny. So product management, product predictability, type of products being sold, seasonal products, understanding the neighborhood. You and I can own a VenHub store 4 blocks away, but our demographics might be different, our use cases might be different. So your store might say, look, bring me product A, I'm selling more product A. My store will say, I don't need product A, I'm only selling product C. So therefore, we don't have any kind of guessing anymore, where previously retail had to guess what sells or what doesn't sell. Today, we can give you analytics within very few period of time, then you'll know what sells in the store.
And so what are you doing for your data, your database, your data platform? What is all that? In the cloud? It's
in the cloud. It's flexible. And it's flexing its muscles. We have secure packets going on, secure packets coming in, defragment packages for security purposes. But we're scaling. We understand this is growing. The demand is telling us what the market looks like. So we're growing it, but it's on the cloud. It's able to scale up, so we don't have any legacy of experiences. So and also it's a very light data interaction. So therefore, there's absolutely no legacy or no slowness of experiences from the customer's point of view.
It's light because because it's largely text-based. Are you not doing images?
Yeah, the images are done by the machine learning, but it's not like 300 cameras controlling it. There are 8 cameras controlling it, and Barb and Peter have camera controlling the system. So therefore, we're not having to pick up a lot of data in order to interact with the consumer.
And I mean, I look at this as almost like an AI factory at the edge. I mean, is that a kind of AI factory for retail? Is that a fair? We have an AI factory series, so I think about those things. But it really is this autonomous, retail environment that can go anywhere, right?
That's absolutely true. So it's true, because for all these years, from the beginning of mankind, we've always worked for retail. Now we're shifting that platform to say, let retail work for us. Let retail tell us what needs to be done, instead of us kind of working for retail. The AI aspect of it comes back and says, there's no more guesswork, what sells, what doesn't sell, what I should do in the evening, what I should not do in the evening. It'll know when the customers are not there, so it'll clean up the store itself. If the customer's in there, it's going to serve the customer. And because Barb and Peter don't have a day off, they know their customers really well, so the consistency of the service at 2 o'clock in the morning versus 2 o'clock in the afternoon is the same. And that's because it's driven by the AI system. So, and then Barb and Peter, because they're driven by AI and their vision system and machine learning, don't make a mistake and give you the wrong product. Whatever you've asked for, you'll be receiving.
What was the hardest part of developing Barb and Peter?
So the blessing of being the leader and we're the first ones in the world to have ever done it. So that was an honor and privilege. But also the curse behind it is that we never had a model before that had existed. So we couldn't closely follow the model and say, oh, that aspect of the model wasn't working, let's make this model work better. So we were inventing this new world that we never even knew that existed. And we created. Initially it was a vertical belts of delivering products. We realized the belts weren't working properly, plus it wasn't redundant. And now we have the delivery window. On the delivery window, now we have cameras that can do the age verification to verify who you are and make sure you're receiving your product. So it's a great evolution from where we started from. Because our day one at 2021, for us to pick up a product and just move it, forget placing it, just moving the product like a Coke bottle from point A to point B, we were high-fiving, celebrating that.
Yeah.
And today, we could do that with our eyes closed with plus 4 million codes of line of coding, an incredible team that has done nothing but exceptional of all the technology we've developed.
So you started this at the tail end of COVID.
That's correct.
Sort of entering this new world, which many parts of that world we knew were going to change permanently. What about supply chain and restocking? I mean, there's that whole piece of it because you have this anything product that you want to restock or to stock and restock. How are you handling that? I mean, that's again part of your DNA, part of your expertise. Are you integrating with third parties? How does that fit in?
So the store owner, when they buy the store, have an option to restock the stores themselves or partner with one of the restocking partners. We're not involved in that, but we obviously can recommend or give them the companies that we work with. In the past, you had to guess what should be stocked. Today, the store will give you, hey, I'm selling 84 bottles of water a day, so then make sure I have 400 bottles for this week. And if somebody comes in, if Dave comes in and says, hey, I want to buy 400 bottles of water today, it'll send an alert to the system to the store owner and to the restocking partners, and it'll come back and say, hey, I'm sure, give me something on a rescue basis. So there's no more guesswork. And then in the future, we will, the 4 delivery windows, 1 or 2 of them will be receiving windows also. So since Barb and Peter know how to pick up items from the shelf or from the refrigerator and cabinets and deliver to the store, all we do is we put the box in there for delivery number 4, window number 4, and Barb and Peter will pick up the items, restock the stores from themselves because they know where they belong. Now, you're the store owner and you say, product A is doing some kind of a sponsorship and I want to profile them to be in the middle of the store. Tell Barb and Peter, profile this. They'll restock it when there's no customers in front. They'll restock the stores for yourself. So you don't have to go reinvent that store anymore.
Based on the analytics, the old beer next to the diapers in the modern age. And these stores are operator owned? They're not franchised, right?
No, we're not a franchise, so majority of our stores are owned by a third party, whether it's municipality, businesses, or individuals. And there are some stores that are owned by VenHub itself. So we learn from those and we understand what the pain points are for the store owners, and we're always trying to improve it. We're developing these, and something's never been done before, so we're learning, and luckily our store owners, our customers, our municipality partners, our fans, so they understand the growing pain, and luckily we're pretty stable, so we're good to go.
And they can finance it, they could probably lease the equipment, right? Do you guys have financing options, or is that done through a third party, or?
Few banks that they've come to us and they will finance 100% of the store because they understand where that store is and the profitability of the store. So therefore, they're able to finance 100% of the store for the consumers or for the store owners.
I mean, agents are the big buzzword now. How do agents complement your physical robots?
So agents, customer service-wise, if a customer is stuck somewhere, they need to do something and they don't know how to do it, or they're stuck in somewhere, they can talk to the agent and be able to have the agent explain the solution for them. If they're stuck with, hey, what should I buy for this product or for this snack type of, I'm in the mood for this, the agent might recommend something. They'll say, hey, agent, what did I buy last week? Because I really enjoyed the experience. The agent will tell them. Or if they're in a situation where they need to escalate the process, the agent will take them to a live agent, a customer service agent. The agent also will tell the store or to our tech team, hey, I'm noticing Peter's, because Peter's fault tolerance is 85% motion. I'm noticing Peter is acting at 83%. You might want to talk to Peter and say, hey, what's going on? So we can tell Peter, hey, Peter, what's up? Reboot Peter. So the agent will tell us that.
Interesting. Do you get a lot of heat for job displacement from various outlets, and how do you respond to that?
It's a great question. I think that's a lot. Some of the questions that come up is you're displacing job. And then any new technology comes up, anybody comes up with, there's certain job displacement. But I also think there's huge opportunities, huge safety, security, shopping experiences are coming up, restocking, store owners, making more money from the stores and making more money from retail. Those are opportunities that can provide a lot more jobs, a lot more secure jobs than have a risky job that you're working in a convenience store. We've had stories, and I've said this on the show before, where mom and dad have reached out to us and they were crying because they wished that the store was open a year ago because their son got shot in the store. So now their son is no longer in the harm's way. So yes, there are certain jobs that are being displaced, but there's so many more incredible opportunities that are being brought up.
I totally buy that. I mean, I can imagine if you're an entrepreneurial young person, let's say you're working today in a convenience store, and you see this opportunity, you go to your friends, your family, raise some money, create a business, way better than working in the convenience store. So there are opportunities galore, and as we know, humans have always been replaced by machines, and we just end up creating more jobs. Where do you see VenHub 5 years from now?
So we will be launching our mobile model, and then within the next few years, we'll be looking at launching our modernizing existing retail, whether it's one of those pharmacy stores or a large retail store or even the malls. We see us being in those locations to provide consistent, open, 24/7, reliable service, highest service for the customer experience, and highest security possible for the store owners. We see us in the next 10 years to be the store of everything. So the similar what happened at Amazon, we started with convenience. Amazon started with books, and then became the store of everything. We see that also. We see us, right now we're in airports, we see us growing into that vertical. The demand in the US has been incredible, but also the demand around the world has been, I can tell you, on a daily basis. We have different countries, different folks from different regions reaching out to us saying, I want to be able to bring this. There's a bunch of municipalities from different countries. As a matter of fact, some of our teammates are going to different countries tomorrow to speak to them because they're begging us for solutions. We see us partnering with, for example, our LAX and metro stations will be venues for the Olympics, for FIFA World Cup. So we see us being able to support those fans and those venues to help them to provide consistent deliveries of products, or also be able to provide those products for that venue without changing any of the retail business side of it.
Incredible. Well, congratulations. What a big idea. And we'll be excited to have you back and track the progress. Thank you, Shahan.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. And thank you for watching our Physical AI and Robotics series. This is Dave Vellante for John Furrier and the NYSE Wired plus CUBE. We'll be right back right after this short break from the New York Stock Exchange.